morning. It is the Going On Daily Live morning show. This is going to be a historic show. I guarantee that.
Historic.
I'm telling you, you watch. Mark my words. So first of all, we have, of course, Becky on location in a
From
car.
my car.
On location.
I am not driving, for the record. I am not driving and holding my phone and podcasting at the same time.
Okay. Good to
No,
know.
but you are on your honeymoon vacation, I guess.
Anniversary, yes. We are on our way to Jasper,
Honeymoon.
Alberta.
What am I
So
thinking?
the honeymoon,
Anniversary.
3 years late. So remember a couple months ago, I did a segment live from Banff, showed everyone the mountains. So this is
Nice.
Jasper. This is the other national park mountain range in Alberta where I live. For Ron, I know, Darcy, I don't have to explain that to you, but to my American friend here.
Hey, I know.
Jasper is beautiful. Oh, you know.
I know. I know. I know. A lot.
You knew what Nova Scotia was the other day, so I should give you more credit.
Yes, I know. I know geography. I'm pretty good at geography. I really am.
Awesome.
We also have Darcy here.
Hey.
Joining us for the first time.
Hey.
And it's funny too because like backstage when we're talking before the show, it was I don't know, it was like normal and it felt like you've been with the show all this time. I'm just saying. It doesn't seem like somebody new coming in and and that I love. Oh, we're gonna be hearing all kinds of things that are that is that like an emergency seat ejector?
I know. What was that? Do I have to leave?
Like, is there something happening? She probably just lost sound. That's probably what she just did.
Oh, she probably doesn't realize.
It's good now.
So,
I just lost.
I don't know.
Lost head.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you
it
hear
sounded
me?
like you were about to get ejected out of out of your car.
Oh my gosh.
Like a pilot.
Listen, this is
Well,
very experimental here today. We're trying our best.
Oh, it's
absolutely.
All good.
And it's fine. I'm sure your favorite super fan will probably be showing up today.
Well, he didn't show up yesterday. He was supposed to be on the show yesterday and he didn't show up. Danny bailed on us. He was supposed to be a guest host yesterday. That's okay. That's okay,
Oh,
Danny.
Danny boy.
Exactly. That was the name of our episode, Danny boy.
So
that's okay.
He'll be here. I got a feeling he can't go long without his Becky.
I'm flattered.
All right, so we got a great show coming up for you. Today is season 2, episode 134. Let it go. And look, I mean, everybody knows the song because I know I've sang it like 100 times on this show alone. So we have stuff about sports today. We have Major League Baseball. We have football. There's all kinds. And, of course, Drop It Like It's Heavy.
Yeah. That's
which,
go.
It's going to be about things that I guess we let go, right? So we'll talk about that. And we got surprises coming up. We got surprises. Always surprises because half the time when we talk, it's about something else. But let's jump into this first story. Look, Major League
Is that me?
That's you.
I mean, it's less about baseball than it is about murder, but in classic Becky fashion, doom and
gloom. Gotcha.
I don't know why. I'm drawn to the doom and gloom stories. They fascinate me. So this is actually a crazy story. Oh, great. This is a crazy story. Obviously, I see you have the correct graphic here. So you did some research into this. So a former MLB pitcher named Daniel Serafini faces now life in prison after being convicted of murdering his father-in-law and trying to kill his mother-in-law back in 2021 in Lake Tahoe.
Well,
crazy.
start with this in-laws. How is your mom and dad? I'll sitting next to you.
Oh, yeah, no, I have angels for in-laws. No murder needed. They are absolutely fantastic human beings. But clearly, Daniel Serafini did not agree with that. It says that, again, this was back in 2021, but just this past Monday, a California jury found him guilty of first-degree murder, attempted murder, and burglary in the execution-style killing of his father-in-law named Robert Sapor, who was only 70 years old. Says that he also shot Sapor's wife, a lady named Wendy Wood, shot her twice in the head, didn't kill her.
Whoa, good for her.
Yes. However, this is where it takes another dark turn.
Yeah.
She survived the attack somehow and then ended up committing suicide in 2023 because she missed her husband so much.
Yeah.
So her daughter, his ex-wife, says she missed my dad terribly, was never able to comfortably live again in her home.
Oh my God.
This is just an absolutely awful story. Now, I didn't know much about this guy by any means, this pitcher. My family was a baseball family growing up, but I'm not super familiar. This guy had a 14-year career in the MLB. He wasn't just a nobody in there. It wasn't just like some guy who had one season, missed out on his glory days, needed money, hard up for cash. No, like he spent 14 years in the MLB.
Good career.
Is that terrible?
Wow.
It sounds like there might have been a money dispute, as you know, a lot of these situations go down over money. It says that an investigator read angry emails about a $1.3 million loan dispute between the victims and this pitcher. Now, I don't know who loaned whom the money. You would think this guy loaned his in-laws the money and maybe they didn't want to pay it back, or maybe vice versa. We don't know.
Wow, that is just unbelievable.
Tragic, I know. It says he was also found guilty. Go on.
I go back to this that I always say. It's like, the percentages of people that murder, people in regular society, it's going to be the same percentage in celebrities, athletes,
for sure,
stuff like that. It's the same percentage.
Well, yeah, they're still human beings.
Right.
So, we get shocked about stuff like this happening, but really it's not any surprise because it's the same percentage.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
You're right.
And it's just stunning when you get something of this magnitude from, an athlete or a celebrity that does something like this.
Well, that's just it. He was a professional athlete. So many kids have probably looked up to him over the years. Lots of people probably had him as their favorite pitcher, just made him a role model. And then he goes and does this.
That's brutal. Yeah. And it's brutal. It's just the story of the mother-in-law. That is heartbreaking.
The heartbreaking part. I know. Sorry to start this day off on a real sour note here, guys.
Yeah.
Doom and gloom, as always. So anyways, it says he was also found guilty of special circumstances, including lying in wait and the use of a firearm, which could result in him spending life in prison without parole. I would imagine that murder and attempted murder probably will put him there for life anyway. So
basically he was waiting for them, like lurking.
This was premeditated for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is brutal. This isn't even, heat of the moment kind of thing. This is wow.
Yeah, he hasn't been sentenced yet. August 18th, we will find out. Now, he did have an accomplice. So it wasn't just him. So I know, right? He took somebody down with him. So it says that this case actually went unsolved for more than 2 years until the authorities arrested this guy in late 2023, along with his 33-year-old girlfriend named Samantha Scott. She was the family's nanny that turned into lover, as they do. She then told police that the pair spent the night before the killing drinking at a casino in Nevada. So they went in just blitzed, I guess. Not that that makes any difference. Doesn't make up for what they did. Scott pleaded guilty in February to being an accessory after the fact, admitting that she drove Serafini to the couple's home the day of the shooting. She's been released from custody and is awaiting sentencing.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I know. This last part, this one blew my mind here. So the ex-wife of Serafini here, her name is Erin Spoor, and also obviously the daughter of the man who died, testified that they had an open marriage, shared 2 children, and that she still trusts him. However, she hopes he never sees the outside of a jail cell ever again. How do you still say that you trust a man after this? Unless she wanted it? I don't know.
I don't know how any of this is even doable for a human. I mean, just all the thought processes that have to go through your mind to go through all of this. I mean, right from the beginning, it's like, you come to a fork in the road. Okay, you decide to go one way. Why would you even think that? Why put yourself even in that kind of a position? It doesn't make any sense. Logically,
I have no idea.
Always do the different. Okay, no, I'm going to take the high road.
Yes. I think this is why. I think this is why doom and gloom always is like so fascinating to me, because like from a sociological standpoint, like how the heck did your life get here? I mean, psychological standpoint is one thing, something in your brain is off, but sociologically, like what happened in your life, what situations, occurred for you to make these choices. Like it just, I find it so fascinating.
Yeah. Well, because exactly right. We all get to that fork. What makes them go that way?
Exactly. Was there a certain event? Was there childhood issues? Did he just snap? Did he have a drug problem? Like, who knows? There isn't much more about this guy. Just the last paragraph goes on to talk about, his career. He was drafted by the Minnesota Twins in '92, played for the Chicago Cubs, Cincinnati Reds, and Colorado Rockies. But his career ended in '07. The same year, he was suspended for 50 games for doping, performance-enhancing drugs. He also, this is crazy, he also represented Italy as a pitcher in the 2013 World Baseball Classic. So, I mean, there's a total role model written all over this guy, and probably shouldn't have been. Yeah, it could be. Roids are a nasty drug.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Well, hope he rots in jail. That's all I can say.
Totally, he will. I mean, he's in California. Maybe they are a little less hard on people in sentencing. Hey, if this was Canada, he'd be out in like 7 years. Hey, Darcy.
Yeah.
Darcy's a fellow Canadian, by the way.
7 years to prove that he's guilty.
Yeah, exactly. They would be like, you know what? He's totally fine. He's probably still a danger, but we'll let him out anyway. Classic Canada.
Oh boy. Well, he should be fortunate he's not in Utah.
Yeah, we were reading about that the other day, that in Utah, a man who, I think, what was it? He killed somebody in the 70s or killed a family in the 70s or something. He is being put to death by firing squad. How archaic.
Oh.
I'm stunned.
I didn't even know Utah would have had such a thing. But yeah, this guy is being put to death by a firing squad. So, I mean, I guess if you're going to go out, that's the way to do it. But dang.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's, I don't know.
No, none of it is good. No part of being on death row or your last day or your last moments is good.
Yeah.
But like,
it's kind of a crazy day because we're going to have lots of doom and gloom in this. So, but I know we were talking, and just before going on live, I happened to see this this story about I guess American Idol, like the like the tutors and the teachers that go on and help the idols with their songs and stuff like that. So Robin Kay, who served as American Idol's music supervisors for over a decade now, and her husband were found dead in their Encino home. Apparently this happened yesterday, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. I'm just stunned that a double murder. So obviously they're going to be looking for somebody. I just find it, and I remember because I'm looking at the picture, and I remember her being on the show. When they cut away to the behind the scenes with the music pro and tutoring the singers, and I remember her, and I'm just stunned that it's happened. So a double homicide is being investigated. This broke the story just recently broke, so it's going to be interesting. And I believe Becky is frozen. Looked like speaking of frozen, let it go, but but it looks like she's frozen asleep. But so that story just broke, and I can't wait to find out more about that one. Look, while Becky is frozen, I'm sure she's going to try to fix that. You are watching us live on Rhode Island Broadcasting for YouTube, Rumble, and Kick, which is not shown right there, but also Kick. You can also watch us live on Twitch at RI_broadcasting. And so watch us live. If you want to watch us, after we have aired, and we just lost Becky. So if you want to watch us afterwards, you can watch us on U42 and Odyssey. You can also listen to the show on Spotify, Red Circle, and TuneIn podcasts. We're going to be covering up. Oh, there we go. All right. So, look, follow us on all our social medias, TikTok. I don't have the guide with me because it's blocking out.
And I think we're on iHeartRadio now too.
Yes, iHeartRadio. I forgot to put that on there. But yes, we are not. Go to iHeartRadio, RI Broadcasting. You can watch us there. Or listen to us, not watch us. Listen to us. Listen to us. But I'm telling you, Becky, I love the addition of Rumble and the addition of Red Circle. I love them because we're getting tons of views and listens.
Yes.
So keep it up, fans.
And Rumble's a cool place too.
Go to Facebook. Yeah, go to Facebook at Going On Daily Morning Show and jump on there. You're going to see a lot of the shows that we air, and, you can stay up to date and follow us there. Yeah. So, look, more doom and gloom, Becky. Darcy, get used to this because there's always doom and gloom. Get used to this. So you're gonna really hate this story. You're gonna really hate this story. Former NFL quarterback Jay Cutler in the news. He went on an African safari, and the first day he bragged about killing a critically endangered animal, knowing it's critically endangered. So he shot and killed a sable and bragged about it on Instagram.
No.
There's the picture of this wonderful human being killing a sable. Now, there are less than 100 left on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that illegal?
Less than 100.
Well,
it is illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is illegal.
And you would publicly post it. Okay.
The problem is he did it in Africa. In the United States, it carries a $50,000 fine and a year in prison. But he can't get charged because he didn't do it in the United States.
Oh.
He can't get charged. Africa.
Surely there are some African laws against this.
Yes, they have to be the ones to go after him. He's not going to get in any trouble. I guarantee it. $50,000 fine. He'll pay the $50,000.
Is he still there?
He's a millionaire.
Is he still there? Like, was he?
I believe he is still there because this was posted and it was day one of his African safari. Day one. I mean, what's going to be next?
Holy.
He's gonna try to. He's taking them for trophies. I can understand if you're hunting and you're gonna eat the animal.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
This is a trophy. Jay Cutler, former NFL football player. Wasn't that good either.
You're starving.
But he was rich. Like, I mean, look at that. He's happy he killed a critically endangered animal. Bragged about it.
Oh.
And he even posted, "Sable down."
Oh.
Like,
wow.
He knows what he's going after. He knew it's on the critically endangered list. So what happens if this was like the last, say, female?
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, have some responsibility as a human, which apparently we have lost all perspective of what a human is, because he's not one. He was a jerk when he was an NFL player too. Nobody liked him.
Yeah.
So, now he's over there just killing animals just for sport. Of course, I get it. I get it. People do that all the time, and but nobody boasts about it and posts on Instagram that you just killed a critically endangered animal. And it just rubs me the wrong way. I saw that and I was just like, I just want a pig pile on him. I want his life to be miserable now. I would like one of those things to take their horns and just put it right through his skull. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. So,
that's crazy.
Sorry if I, went a little overboard there, but this is what he does. I mean, really? Like, you couldn't go after like a water buffalo? There's like hundreds of them, thousands, in just one herd.
Yeah.
Like, Becky, you're an animal lover. I'm surprised you're quiet about this.
He's trying to get off.
I'm only quiet because the reception is poor right now. Yeah, right. I'm in absolute shock right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I
don't know. I hope he gets bagged for it, to be honest with you. Oh, we're losing her.
Yeah, we're losing her.
Couldn't hear you at all, Becky. And I think she's frozen again. So we'll probably end up losing her. Yeah, so that is the story with Jake. Like, could you imagine being part of this?
No, and I can't be. I can't imagine how someone is so checked out on what's going on in the environment in globally world. Like, how can you be that checked out to not know that this is an endangered species? It just blows my mind.
Oh, he absolutely knew. And let me get rid of this thing.
Does he not know what the definition of endangered species means? Maybe that's.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does, because he's very well aware, because the safari he was going on does safaris, and they do it to raise money for endangered animals. Go figure, right?
Okay.
So he goes on this safari, and what does he do? He just kills an animal that's on the list of probably what they're trying to save.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what to say about
for it. He signs up for it, and they're going to tell you, all the animals that are endangered, and so he knew, and it's an afterthought for him because he's just happy he got, like, it's a beautiful animal, and it's very large. And I know big game hunters, they go for those big animals, like elephants and hippos and rhinos, and because they're majestic, and the horns and stuff like that are very rare.
Right.
And that's what he got the thrill from.
Yeah. Well, definitely it's premeditated, right? Definitely.
Yeah.
He went in, he took the whole trip just to do this. Probably talked. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just wrong. It makes no sense. So Becky has got, no bars. She sent a message. She's like, I can't get back on yet. So she's going to wait till she gets into town. If she gets near, I mean, I don't know how far the next town is where she is.
It's not just around the corner. She's on the way to
3 days from now.
It's not a corner. It's not up the block.
No, so it could be a while. Like, we thought Maine was out in the middle of nowhere. Where Becky is, it's vast.
It's vast. Yes, it is.
You're talking, you have to go over several mountains just to get to the next town.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll see her rock climbing. I just got to town.
Just a minute here.
It's like a 3-building town on top of a mountain somewhere. That's
her headset wrapped around her head.
Yes, exactly. And Kyle, there was her husband trying to pull her up, with the rope and stuff. Oh God, I could just picture this now. Could picture it now. Yeah, so that's that story. Oh, ugly. I don't like it.
No,
I don't like it.
No, and obviously he knew. Premeditated. He knew going in that there was nothing really he was going to get in trouble for.
Yeah, and he knows he's out of the country. The United States isn't going to charge him with anything.
Yeah, he knew that. Yeah,
and whatever country he's in, I don't know what country he was in, but wherever he is, they don't know. He's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
they don't know. In order for anybody to really know, they'd have to actually see him do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to pay people off because he's got money.
Right.
That's it. Like, what is he? He's not going to get in trouble. He's not going to. The only repercussions is going to be socially, through social media, and that's about it. And I don't think he's going to suffer from that. It's just going to get people upset. Animal, activists are going to be all over him. But what is that really going to do? Nothing.
No, nothing. And it's not going to solve anything. It's not going to bring the animal back, right? So
yeah. And what they need this to do, they need to, first of all, they need a harsher penalty because a $50,000 fine is nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like if I was to go and do it, that's something, right? But if I can afford to go to Africa and go on all these safaris and stuff like that and do whatever, then I got money to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. But they need to make these laws international. That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
It should not just be, whatever country it is. It should be international. If you get caught doing it, no matter where you are, internationally, they can punish you for it. And I think that's what needs to happen.
Yeah, like a global sanction law.
Yeah.
Globally, that endangered species should be covered globally, right? Like
Yep,
our waterways
absolutely.
are, right? In the environment. So the
yeah,
animals.
absolutely. It should be. Hello, Becky. Welcome back.
I'm in a less forested area, so I've got some bars again.
We thought you were climbing rocks.
Yeah, we had you rock climbing and, dangling there on the side of a cliff.
Yeah, I'm adventurous. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here drinking my Tim Hortons, got my seat heat on. Actually, while you were
so there's
talking
a Tim
there,
Hortons out there.
Oh yeah, there's a Tim Hortons everywhere.
So
You're in
on
Canada.
that cliff, there's a Tim Hortons sitting there, a little shack, Tim Hortons, with some guy with earmuffs selling you coffee
That's
on
right.
the side of the cliff.
I mean, it is the summer. No earmuffs
so
needed.
It might be iced coffee.
But yes.
Iced coffee. All right. So we were just finishing up on how we think those, there should be laws that are globally for these cases with critically endangered animals. And I think we just lost Becky again. So apparently she dropped her headset off that side of the cliff. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was crazy. Delicious,
though.
Like
she said.
Super
fast motion. It's really weird. Because we're staying still and you're moving forward fast. It's like we just rewinded your tape. And
yeah.
Sorry, the universe does not want me to be here today.
Oh,
but I'm doing it, guys.
You're doing it. It adds for some excitement. You're in the mountains.
Yep. So
yeah, I'm almost in the mountains.
Yes. Bring the nature in.
You might think being in a mountain, it would be closer to the satellites, right? You think that it would be better?
Well, I'm still on the highway right now, but we are shortly about to hit the highest elevation on this highway. This highway goes across Canada. No, so we're about to hit the very highest elevation part.
Oh, but again, it still doesn't. It's still taking away from the signal. You would think that it would be better.
Yeah.
Wide open sky. The satellite dish is like right up there, and but I guess not.
Yeah, you would think, but no. It's all these trees, though. There's a lot of trees where we are. Very forested.
Just bounce.
I just saw
maple syrup.
Maple syrup. Well, the wrong place for it, but yes.
The wrong trees.
Analogy last night. And all the people that I was talking to thought I had like 3 heads. And I made no sense because I was trying to explain a board game and I was using maple syrup as an example. So, they have resources on the game that you get to use every turn. And I tried to explain it using maple syrup as the example. So if the United States wanted maple syrup from Canada, they could get it. It doesn't mean that Canada runs out of maple syrup. They always have it. Just plant trees. It was funny at the time. It was funny at the time. I don't know. But, I just thought of maple syrup last night, so I was thinking about you.
Thanks. We feel so
Canada.
seen.
I was like, I must have been preempting the Canada show.
Yeah, right?
That's what I should have named it today. The Canada show.
Canada. Yes.
But I could save that when you two do a show.
Exactly.
Oh, interesting.
I try to educate these boys on Canadian things.
So
the odd time.
It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. Let's drop it like it's heavy.
Drop it like it's heavy.
Yes. So what do you got for us, Darcy?
Well, I thought I'd just Let's see. Let's just add a little bit more light today because everything seemed a little doom and low. See if we can lift it up a little bit. I just thought, why not? Let's talk about what's like one thing you've let go that has changed everything. One thing. So, like,
Ooh.
for example, what's something you ditched that made your life better? Ron?
Well, besides the ice powers,
I know. That made me laugh.
he's probably just letting go of the grudges. You know, there's a bunch of things that happened business wise, that, you know, look, morally what they did was horrible. You know, backstabbing somebody that's been there for them, and you know, and it was pretty upsetting, you know, when you have a business and your right hand guy takes the knife, stabs you, and twists it, and tries to undermine you and take over the business.
Mm,
You
yeah.
know, and let's just say I was a little angry, and you know, it took a long time to let that anger go. But I confronted him, and believe me, I wanted to eliminate him from the face of the earth. We'll
Yeah.
just put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, a year into it, I just decided, you know what, I can't. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm just gonna do my thing, worry about me, and you know, I basically let him come back into, you know, what I was doing in the gaming business, you know. So I let him come back to the events I was running.
Mm,
Didn't necessarily have him run anything, but
yeah.
I did let him come back into the community, um, and you know, kind of let it go,
Yeah.
kind
Yes.
of thing. You know,
Yeah.
no pun intended, but that's what I did, and that was big for me. So I let that anger go, and you know, still it's still there. You know, I will never treat him like I did before, but
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
but the anger part of it is gone, and you know, so that was a big difference. That made me feel better,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
And yeah. Well, I think that's a lot of things. It's always about what can make you feel better, right? What
Yeah,
you let go of it. At the end of the day, it's you realize you do things to make yourself feel better. So if
yeah,
letting go or even, forgiving someone, whatever it may be, if you do something like that to make yourself feel better, at the end of the day,
yeah.
it serves you better. That serves
Yeah.
you, right?
It changed a lot of things, you know, because it I don't know, because you know, when you outdo somebody after a while, you know, when it happened, the initial shock of it brought a lot of people to where he was going, you know, rather than to my business. Um, but the preservation that I gained from it all, and just the determination, it's kind of like this Facebook thing.
Mm,
You know, me getting banned on Facebook, oh my god, that should have folded everything, right? But
right,
that's
right,
not the way I look at it. And I take that and I just use it as the fuel to move forward.
right.
And that's what I did then. And then when, you know, the place that he decided to go to support, they folded. And
Mm,
when they were about to, they asked me to help them survive.
mhm.
So that took a lot for them on their part to do that. And, you know, and I ended up helping them, even though they still folded, but that's besides the point. It was already too late by then. But, you know, and I told them, it's like, well, if you didn't do what you did, to try to steal the business, we could have worked together and everything would have been nice.
Yeah.
And you could have had, the benefits, later on, but no, and that's the moral of the story, I guess, is, they tried to do things underhandedly and it didn't work out for them.
Right.
Right. And I was fine with myself. I could look at myself in the mirror, and still feel good about what I've done.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, I just find the same thing too. Sometimes it's just about your intentions, right? If you feel like, okay, what are my intentions? What do I want out of this? I always think about it the back of the day, what serves me. If it doesn't serve me, I let it go. I just find that just is kind of my mantra. I'm tired of being a people pleaser, always being everyone's to go to, and always being available 24/7, and needing this, needing that. And then I realized, whoa.
Yeah.
What if I wasn't here? Everybody else can still. They're gonna figure it out. So why am I losing my time out of the 24 hours a day helping them? Right. So when I realized that was like game changer. It was like, 24 hours in a day, I have way more time than I really gave myself back in the day, before I realized I don't need to be there for everyone. I can't help everyone. Yeah.
And I've spent my life helping people.
Not a bad thing.
Whether it's kids or adults, I spent a lot of time helping others, and I'll tell you, I left that gaming business, running tournaments and stuff like that for video games. I left it about 2 years ago, and let me tell you, since I left, there are no events going on outside of once a month, if that. And there is nothing else going on in this state anymore because of me not being there, because it takes a lot of work to run these events. And, I'm sorry, but the kids in the gaming industry are the ones that are running these events, and the kids don't want to work.
I know, right? I know.
So it doesn't happen. They'll go for a little while, and then it'll just stop kind of like petering out, and eventually it just stops like it is.
Yeah.
So outside of one game, all the other games don't do any events anymore.
Well, that's the thing about that. They say you can't. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Right? This is what it is. You realize you're, beating a dead horse by. That's why I'm trying to get everybody to do this because they asked me, but I don't think they really wanted to do it. Or why am I doing it for them? I don't know. That's like crazy. It was almost like you could say that I was, a crazy person when I look back at everything that I was trying to do in my daily life. And when I realized that everybody's responsible for their own happiness, everybody's responsible for their own life, why am I trying to help? Like, it's not even about helping. It's trying to, I don't know, trying to guide them is one thing, but trying to do it for them or make them, you're gonna enjoy yourself, do this, or you're gonna do that, try this. No, I walked away from all of that. You figure yourself out.
So I want to apologize to people. I know there's people watching. I cannot see the chat. For some reason, the chat is not working for me, and I don't see the people if there's any posting. So I just want to apologize if you are there and you are commenting. I cannot see the chat.
Oh yeah, I can't see any chat either.
Yeah. So this is pretty interesting. I wish we could have gotten Becky's let it go moment.
Yes.
That would have been great.
She let it go. She's letting it go and she's rolling off the mountain.
Her connection decided to let it go. But no, because like when I look back at things, like, you know, it's like I know where I'm from is secluded for, you know, social things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's an all white area. You know, there's no minorities in that town, kind of thing. And I know that when I left Massachusetts to go to Rhode Island, worked in Providence,
Mm-hmm.
I was more exposed to city life.
Right. Definitely.
And, you know, so I didn't have any problems adjusting to it despite where I was from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it was, I look back at all of that and I'm like, I gotta be one of the few that comes from the background I did that doesn't bring that stigma about anything in
Yeah. You
being in
don't
a
carry it
city.
at all.
And the
Mm-mm.
adjustment was so simple for me because I didn't look at differences from people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never had to let go of those kind of things because I never had those kind of things.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know, I wasn't exposed to it. So I didn't even know really until I went to Providence, you know,
That.
as a teenager.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have to do that. And it took, you know, until what, my 40s, my late 40s to have to let go of something, you know, and it was that anger from basically being screwed over.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even my doing, but I still let it go because I didn't want that to eat me away.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, it's just people have a lot of things bottled up, and you're never going to be right until you do take that step forward and just, I don't know. I mean, why bring it with you? Why
Right.
carry it?
And I think you made a good point about how you came from your background and coming forward. You didn't carry that with you because we all know, like, it's a lot of times it's learned behavior, right?
Yeah.
Well, you probably didn't have that growing up, so you didn't carry it
Yeah.
with you. And
Mhm.
I think that's a lot. People who we're carrying are the behavior from, like, you know, might I say
Right.
generations, right? That's
Exactly.
yeah.
And it was, I don't know, it was, you know, going into the city life, and it's like working in retail and stuff like that. I just hated people in general because of retail. You know, but you know, I left retail and I started working with kids, and I absolutely loved it. I found it really easy to transition to another thing,
Mhm.
completely different field, you know, and you know, I found it very easy to work with kids, and I was working with kids that are from inner cities.
Mhm.
So, you know, you might think, okay, some old white guy has nothing in common with these kids. How could that transition be close to effective? But it worked for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is. I was just being myself,
Mhm.
and they get drawn to that.
Yes.
And I don't know. I feel good that I've helped like hundreds of kids,
Mhm.
hundreds of them,
Yeah.
you know, easily. So I don't know what the reason was. I have no idea.
I think
You know?
it's the environment you grew up in. It is the
Yeah,
learned behavior. It looks like you just came and you weren't you didn't know any different.
yeah. It's the respect for people, basically.
Just yes, exactly.
And it doesn't matter how old the people are. It
No.
doesn't matter where they come from. You know, and this is what most people should do. And that's why I say, you know, when I worked with little kids, and I worked with all ages,
Mhm.
teens, teens were the first ones.
Yeah.
And when you work with those little kids, that's the chance you have.
Yes, exactly.
You're not going to go in and change teenagers. They are what they are.
Yeah.
You're not going to change them. You got to work with those 5-year-olds, those 6-year-olds, and you got to mold them. And you got to just hope that seed gets planted. And by the time they become a teenager, it's different.
Yeah, their minds are like little sponges absorbing every detail.
Yeah.
So that's the important time to yes.
And I think, and it's weird how we got on this subject, but education has to be changed according to, starting it new with a certain age group. So starting with kindergarten, you have to change that education system.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they go into first grade, that's when you have to change that system. And you have to keep changing it each grade that they go up. So that way it evolves into a full education system. So in my opinion, it's a 12-year plan to change the education system.
Right.
That's
yes.
And you have to give, teens a little more credit and letting them decide what they want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they get to have some, look, of course we need the usuals. You have to know your math and all that stuff. And I get that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know the language. So, you have to have like the English language being taught. And, of course, probably Spanish at this point, because I think everybody needs to learn Spanish as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those two are a must. I think most everything else needs to be optional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you got to let those kids decide, especially when they go into high school, let them decide what they want to pick, So if they want to learn, literature, like, look, I hated Shakespeare.
Right.
But if it's an option for somebody, let them opt to take it. It should not be mandatory and be part of your English language grade, because it has nothing to do with the English language. And 1 year in school, I had to do all Shakespeare the entire school year, and I failed because I hated it. I didn't want to do it. And I had to do summer school because of that. And in summer school, I got like a straight A because they just did English. So grammar and stuff like that. And I aced it. And he's like, how are you in here? It's like, because my teacher just wanted to do Shakespeare. So you got to have options.
Mm-hmm.
There was no way I would choose that.
I know. Well, the thing is, I think what we do is, you come home and you see your report card and you focus on, the C. Meanwhile, there's this A here, a couple C's, B's. So when you go into high school, you still want to make them get these marks up, the C's up to A's. Well, why not focus on what you're good at, the A's,
right.
And that's what you want to start and become the expert at, instead of trying to, beat the hell out of that C until it becomes a B, and we're not even going to stay there. We want to beat it more and become an A.
Exactly. So like I did horrible at that literature stuff because I didn't like it. There's nothing that was interesting when we did it. Now, if you're going to do literature, how about, having the students choose what they want to do?
Exactly.
Like, you've got to give them options. It can't be, like a flowers for Algernon for everybody. That's not going to work for most people. Look, you want somebody that's into sports, want them to read? Well, give them something that do with sports.
Yes, exactly.
It doesn't matter what you're reading as long as you're reading.
And you have comprehension skills. So whatever you read, as long as you're comprehending, that's reading.
Exactly. Like, how about a graphic novel with like some sort of comic? Like Spider-Man. have a graphic novel on Spider-Man, and you're going to get a lot of kids to want to read.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. It's the same language.
Yes.
And it makes no sense to me why we do the things the way we do it. Let me see if I can get this there. And Becky, back.
I'm in a town.
Time.
For the last 5 minutes.
Okay, well, let's do this then for the last 5 minutes. Let's just do something that, why don't we talk about something we all think society, as a society, should drop? So let's stir the pot a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, Becky, I want to hear from you.
That's maybe like idolizing celebrities, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good one. I know you had tried to ask me like what I have dropped or what I've let go in the past, and like I used to hate my ex-husband. We hated each other. We wanted to end each other. He's my good buddy now. I've let it go.
Yep.
He let it go. You know, it took me getting sick for that to happen, but we let it go and now we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
I wish we had the rights to the music. I'd be playing that song right now.
I could sing it for you if you'd like.
Go ahead.
No. Don't put me on the spot, Ron.
See, I called you out on it.
Yeah. I remember, so I've been in the wellness and fitness industry for over 40 years. And I remember when you guys follow me here, the Fitbit, when it first came in.
Yes.
The Fitbit, the 10,000 steps. Okay. Mm-hmm. So here I am. I decided to get a Fitbit. This is a while ago. And I was looking at it, and it would be maybe, I got to go to bed. And I'm like, oh shit, I haven't done my 10 steps. I go and I'm in my condo doing my 10,000 steps, just trying to catch up there. And I'm doing this. And then I'm watching one time I'm playing tennis, and we're doing the warm up. And the girl goes over, just a second, Darcy, just a second. I didn't start my watch. And I'm like, what? So we realized we focused on the 10,000 steps, and what an incredible marketing tool, right? Mm-hmm. Because 10,000 steps is not about the 10,000 steps. It's just about being active, getting out there, doing exercise. I fell into that. I was trying to make sure I had my 10,000 steps in. That is something we have to think sometimes when we see this society socialize. Oh, they got a Fitbit, or oh, they got this, the weighted vest. Oh, we got this, and then you're following and you're doing. You're not even thinking logically. Does this even make sense? But you see somebody wearing it who is, a celebrity, and so obviously it's got to be the thing to do. And I fell into that. I just thought, wow, did I just turn crazy? Yep. Counting my 10,000 steps as if, and I know that it doesn't matter about the 10,000 steps. You're more stressed when you're thinking about hitting the 10,000 than if you just let yourself go, be daily, plan it, get out there.
What did you say?
What is that? Is that a dog?
Yeah, that's my stupid dog. That's Lulu. She's I don't know how to turn my phone when it's on restream here, but she's at my feet.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see. And she's got major FOMO, and so my husband just got out with the other dog to go for a quick potty break. She's very upset. So,
oh my gosh, that's funny.
I'll pick her up here so she can relax. But yeah, I think I like that what you were saying, Darcy, there about the 10,000 steps, because there are days when I'm just like, gosh, I've only done 5,000 steps today, and then I kind of hard on myself because I'm like, you lazy girl, and then I'm like, I'm not lazy, I just didn't have a very active day.
And that's nothing to do.
Just run out of time.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I think the whole celebrity thing is it's we idolize celebrities, and I get why, but as the point you're making, they tend to disappoint.
I was gonna say they, I don't know, kill their in-laws and let you down. So
point.
They get busted for drugs or something like that, and it's like,
And we're up to buying the next thing that they want us to buy. Isn't that crazy?
Exactly.
I think
it's like you as soon as you let your guard down and you start idolizing somebody, that's when problems can happen, because when they do something that is very wrong, it's eye-opening, and it does make you second guess your decisions.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
So,
because at the end of the day, if you just realize we're all human. So whether you're famous or not famous, we all have the exact same fork in the road to choose from,
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, today has been awesome. Becky, I hope you have a great time on your
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Thank you so much.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It was still fun while you were around. Even when you weren't, we were still talking about you.
Yeah.
No.
You are.
And I can't see the comments. Yeah.
I can't see the comments, so I
don't have any
idea.
When I popped on YouTube to take a look, Danny is there in full force.
Really?
So, sorry, Danny.
Yeah, Danny is there. I'm not sure if he is still actively listening. Whoops. I have given him my email address. Oh my gosh, this phone. I've given him my email address because he said that he didn't get anything from you. Obviously, he can't contact you on Facebook. So I've given him my email address, told him to reach out. Danny, if you were listening right now, 2girlswithcancer@gmail.com is the email address. Send me a message and we will get you a link to be on another show with me next week.
Yes, maybe Monday.
Yes, maybe Monday.
I'm going to do Tuesday next week.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out, schedule wise. So I don't, everything is a guess right now, but as long as he lets you know when he's available, we can work around that schedule.
Exactly. We will make it work, Danny. So send me an email when you are reading this.
Danny.
Or hearing this. Yeah, I don't know. He said he sent you an email, so I'm not sure what email that was, but I don't know. Look around, check your junk folder, Ron.
Okay. Sounds good. Tomorrow we have Kyle and JJ here.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good show.
That'll be an interesting one. I believe Kyle is going to lead, so we'll see what happens, right? So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 8 o'clock if you're in Alberta going to the mountains in Jasper.
That's right.
Yes.
So do that. Or if you're with Chuck down in Texas, in San Antonio, it'll be at 9 o'clock.
That's right, 1 hour.
So we're on everywhere. And Aruba, also 10 a.m.
Aruba.
And Aruba. That's right.
Now all I have to do is just figure out the Philippines, which I believe is 12 hours.
Right, 12 hours.
From you. So it's going to be 11. So 10 p.m. Philippine time.
Philippines.
Perfect.
So I'll get all of you Sao Paulo people too. We have a lot of fans that watch the show in Sao Paulo, believe it or not.
Really, in Brazil? Interesting.
Yes.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Like our number 2 market is Sao Paulo.
Wow, interesting.
Really? Sao Paulo.
Number 2.
Number 2?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. So we will catch you all next time. Thank you, Becky, for being here out in the mountains.
Tempting.
And
no problem, guys.
Thank you for being here. Now it's up to you whether or not you want to come back.
Oh, definitely. This was a blast.
I think Darcy and Kyle are going to have a great chemistry together. That's going to be a deep show.
Oh, I'm sure. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Danny.
All right. Enjoy. Have
comments.
a fabulous vacation, Becky. Ciao, ciao.
Thanks, guys. Bye, everyone.